You build a house and or you help build one of the big tall buildings downtown, or you're a part of the process of building the freeway over there off of 50, or the new expansion they're doing over there by Cal Expo. When you ride by there, when it's done, it's satisfying.
I did that.
Exactly.
I was a part of that. Yes.
Exactly.
If change is
going to happen for us,
it has to happen by us.
We are
people working together.
And this is our Women in Construction
highlight series.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us on another episode of our Women in Construction highlight series brought to you by People Working Together. Today we have another special guest. Please welcome Christine Salas to the show. Christine, how are you?
Hello everyone. Fantastic. Thank you.
Nice. So let's just get right into it, because we were doing a little bit of talking before we had the cameras rolling and all that. And you have a very interesting, heartfelt story that I think everyone should know about, because I think you can be an inspiration to people that are out there just like you. Now, before we get started, let's just ask this. What initially got you started in the construction industry, or what sparked your interest in the construction career?
So for me, I've always liked to work with my hands. I'm a tomboy. I just wanted to leave a legacy for my children, but I was also closed-minded with thinking that construction was just building houses. Before I came to PWT, I didn't know there were so many different avenues that you can go through. So it was just the initial attraction of construction, wanting to leave a legacy and have my own business.
There you go. So you went through the PWT MC3 program.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that, and how did that jumpstart you to getting to where you are now?
So with the PWT program, what it was, I was already going to college. I was going to Consumnes River College, and I wanted to be a contractor in construction. So I was signed up to take classes, and in that time what happened was COVID hit. So with COVID, they didn't allow us to do a lot of things online. They had to be in person, because it's the construction, safety things, and most things have to be done in person. And so that sent me another route, led me to some community resources that told me about PWT. I signed up for the classes, and I was in a daytime class, and I came. I didn't know what PWT was. I thought it was just another vocational thing. You know, there's so many different community technical vocational things that say they help you, but they don't really take you all the way.
Gotcha.
They'll throw you out there and be like, okay, we're here, and they'll leave you.
Just a number to them, pretty much, right?
Yes. PWT actually held my hand all the way through.
Nice.
PWT changed my life. I'm telling you, PWT is a wonderful program. That's all I can say.
Nice.
Who's Christine Salas? That's a good question. Who is Christine Salas? I've always been a helper. I'm the eldest out of all my brothers and sisters. I've always been a helper. I love to help people. But Christine Salas is a hard worker who has not always wanted to smile, but it's just, I don't know, I've been through some struggles, and so like when I came to this company, I had it written down, and I was speaking to, it was my first day I got dispatched, and I was talking to the man on the phone. He's like, oh great, can't wait to meet you. And so when I showed up, I guess he was like, so where's the other girl that was with you? I'm like, it was me. You know, maybe the way I sounded, and then he looked at me, and I guess I didn't fit what I sounded like. And so there's always been that inch of having to work harder or go harder or prove myself. And so I always take it with grace and just thankful. And I feel that when you hear me and then you see me and then I show you, you have no choice but to be convinced or lack of convinced that I am who I say I am, and it's undeniable. Like, love is infectious, happiness is infectious, and I just love people. I don't know. Yeah. Life is too short to be sad, and just the gratefulness. I'm just grateful to have a job. Some people don't have a job. Some people didn't wake up this morning. Like, you should be thankful. If not, go find something to be thankful about.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thankful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. We love that because look, it's about the journey, right? If you can find a way to get through all the adversity to get to where you are now, where you can have a smile on your face and it's genuine and you're grateful, that's what we all want, though, right?
Right.
But there was a time where things may have not been so good for you, right? You got 4 kids, right?
That's true.
And just talking with you before, there was a story where, or part of your journey was being on welfare before getting to where you are now. How was that?
So for me, I have 4 children. I had my first child when I was very young. So I've always, I was a kid with a kid. I've always had ambition. I've always been in education. I've always tried to do something to better myself, but wasn't hireable, wasn't desirable, wasn't able to legally. So I had to use the system. And what I mean by using the system is at that point I had no choice. But I always vowed to myself, if someone is helping you, use it only as much as you need it. So that's when I started educating myself, and thank God for a program like this for PWT, because when I came to this program, they didn't just help me with construction stuff, they helped me with outside things. Well, we can try to get you to this program, help you with housing, help you with this. And that's why I appreciate PWT, because they are people working together. It's not just Mr. and Mrs. Brown, it's you, it's other people reaching out, it's people coming to volunteer their time, coming, and it's a community that's coming together to raise up people like me who didn't have a job, who were on welfare, who are now able to go and buy different things, who you guys help us with our credit. You guys teach us how to build credit. You teach us how to save and things of that nature. And that to me is a part of the American dream. And that is also what I feel that we should be doing as a whole, as a nation, helping each other, building each other up, and not doing anything to tear anything down. Because I used to confide in Miss Brown that I used to cry because from welfare to like almost 6 figures, you would never think, and I would never think that this program would change my life. That's why anytime I can come and let someone, serious people only, you have to be serious about it. If you're not serious about it for yourself, if you're not serious for yourself, then you're not going to take it seriously. But from welfare to being able to provide for my family it's just beyond words. Beyond words for me.
Absolutely. I'm super happy for you, and thank you again for sharing your story, because just like I know our community, there has to be a certain level of open-mindedness too, right? Because there's people that sit in this very room that we're in right now. When they go through the training, some people don't think it's for them, or they just can't picture themselves in a different situation that they've been in for pretty much all their entire life. So I commend you on opening your mind and allowing other fresh, new information to enter, which pretty much changed your life, right? So to everybody out there, just open your mind a little bit, because there is people out there that are actually willing to help and are really genuine, good people that are really trying to change the world. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to change. We're trying to make a dent. We know we can't reach everyone, but we know we can reach someone, and then that someone can reach people that we can't reach. So you continue to keep doing what you're doing, because I admire you smiling all the time.
Yes.
And I just see how happy you are.
Yes.
And I'm so happy that you figured it out in a way that you could impact other people, but you can also take care of your family.
Correct.
So kudos to you.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this. So you're doing traffic control right now. Explain to the people what a day in the life of a traffic control person. How does that differ from anything that you've ever done before?
Traffic control. So traffic control is a very demanding job. First of all, you're the first to leave. First to get there, last ones to leave. So if, let's just say the job is in the Bay Area, so I have to wake up 3 or 4 in the morning. 3 or 4 in the morning. Get up, make sure I'm on time, because usually dispatch, they want you on site 6 a.m. So I have to make sure I get there, get through the traffic. More than likely prepare your lunch. That's a big thing for me. I'm still working on it's preparing my lunch, that's very important. Just having your stuff ready, being there. If you're on time, you're late. So be prepared and make sure you get there early so you can scope out the area, see if there's stuff that you need to correct before even working. Meet the foreman there. And it's just a day being on your feet. Minimum 8 hours, maximum 16 hours. Yes, and also it's very important. Traffic control is very demanding, but also in your regular life. So once you get off, you need to be able to have that balance. You need to be able to spend time with your family. You need to be able to eat properly, get some rest, and wake up and do it again. Traffic control is very demanding with me. I have older children, I have younger children, so it kind of balances out because the older ones help me with the younger ones.
Nice.
But they also understand why mommy leaves in the morning and has to go to work. And also have a great spouse who is very understanding of my profession, and his job also allows him to be freely because he's the boss. So he's the boss. So I've just been blessed with that, and being able to do my career, to just live in my career, and I love it. It's not even a career, like I don't consider it a job. It's because it's something I love to do. I get to talk to people and make sure everybody is okay, and while doing my job, which I consider not a job. I love it. I love it.
For sure. So we were talking a little bit earlier too, and I know somebody that does traffic control as well. He said it can be kind of dangerous out there. What do you think about that? Like, have you been a part of some of them dangerous situations, or have you seen something where it was like, oh my goodness?
I have been in a few dangerous situations. Traffic control is 24 hours a day, so there's day work, there's night work, there's freeway work. Freeway work tends to be more dangerous because you have people going high rates of speed, people are under the influence. It's just dangerous in your daily life. Just us going from point A to point B. There has been the goal for us is always to go home. So that communication with your other peer members, it's important. That's why it's important to get proper rest and things of that nature. We can't control everything, but we do our best to stay on the same page. And so there was one experience where I was working on a night job, and we were in Stockton, and and it was fine. And it was that night that the highway patrol didn't show up. The highway patrol didn't show up, and they and this guy, he came through. I seen him, but his eyes were like, whoo. And next thing we know, we just heard pop, 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 pop. Oh, wow. So when that happens, there's in any field of construction, there's always a meeting before, so you know that if something happens, pipes can burst, somebody can get hurt, things can happen, accidents. There's a muster point. So when that happened, we all, everybody gathered together at one point. Everybody gathered together at one point, and we make sure everybody's safe, do a head count, and we assess the situation to see if it's worth continuing working or not. That night it was not.
Gotcha. Okay.
End game is for us all to go home.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. So for those people out there, when you see those cones and you see these traffic control people, just understand that there are human beings over there. There are lives that could be at stake. And if you're not paying attention, you're doing makeup, you're texting, you're not looking at the road, you could be potentially going against their objective, which is going home every night. So it's really important that you pay attention to these things and understand, what's at stake when you decide to not slow for the cone zone. There's things in order, there are things in place for everyone to get home safe, not just the workers, but including the people who are driving. So please do that.
Could be your family out there.
Yeah, exactly. So let me ask you this. What advice would you give a young lady that is looking to get into the construction industry?
I would say we need more females out there. Don't let anyone don't let anybody else write your narrative. If that's something you have a passion to do, go ahead and do it. Like I said, I love to help people. I didn't know there was so many different things that I could do. It is very important that you follow your passion, you follow your heart, and it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not know, because I didn't know everything, but I asked questions. And actually, there's a lot of female traffic control owned companies popping up.
Nice.
So I'm influenced. Be on the lookout for me in traffic control. I've actually been inspired because there's several of them that have just popped up, and I'm like, well, what is this? I thought it was male dominated. Well, it has to be. It's I don't know what it is, but we coming.
Yeah, there you go.
Coming.
Hey, look, I think that's a good thing. I think
coming.
A female touch is always a good thing, because it can't just be one way. It can't just be driven by just males. You know what I mean? There's always a way to include the women, because they add a different perspective.
I wish that when I was out of high school, I would have found this.
Yeah.
Because there's so many opportunities, and there's so many opportunities after that. So you probably retire, let's say about 30, 35.
Oh my goodness.
You can still help others in the construction field.
Yeah.
You can still teach. Like when we go and get our training, these are retired construction workers.
Yeah.
They're training us, and they're still getting paid for a few hours, but it's all about helping one another, and that's what I love. It just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going.
Yep.
So,
and that's the way we feel that we can reach out to people. You got to start with the young people, right?
These young people,
they're so impressionable. There's so many things out there that get them leaning in the wrong direction. I can just remember vividly when my last day of high school, and I think it was a Friday, and I remember waking up on that Monday and I didn't have nothing to do. I had a job, but it was a part-time job, but I didn't have anything to do. I didn't know where I was gonna go. I didn't know what I was gonna do for a living. It was like the world all of a sudden in 48 hours just opened up, and I'm just looking at this whole big world. It's not just a school anymore. Now I have the whole world at my fingertips, and I had no clue
plans.
what to do.
Yeah, I honestly, like they have like ROTC, and the PWT should be an actual course in school, because it teaches you life skills, it teaches you budgeting, it teaches you how to get ready for the world, it teaches you how to conduct yourself, because a lot of these young people, they don't have a vision, they don't have a role model, so they don't know how to conduct themselves in public. They don't know how to conduct themselves at all. This program has taught me a lot. This program has taught me how to be on time. This program has taught me how to advocate for myself. It's just so many different avenues that I feel if you get to them while they're young, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit. And they'll be able to take care of their
take care of their family before they even have a family.
Exactly, that's what I'm
They have
saying.
something in
And
place.
savings and just the world would be a better place with this as not an elective, an actual course, because it teaches you how to survive. Like, this is very important.
Yes.
You know,
yes.
and there's so many different. There's the roofers, the plumbers, the pipe fitters. There's so many different things that you can do.
Yeah, it's not just grabbing a hammer and doing this, like you were just saying. There's so many, and some of it is really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we have the job fair. We got a job fair coming up here pretty soon. And this is where kids, have you been to one of the job fairs?
I have.
Yeah, so you know,
show up.
these kids get a chance to get their hands on some stuff.
Show up.
And you know, I'm actually going to pull my kids out of school to take them there.
That's important.
Because I think they need to, because I talk to them about it all the time. But I really want them to understand and see that, hey, this is an option, and it can be something that you love to do. Most of the people that I speak to in construction, they love doing what they're doing.
Exactly. So, like, for instance, like, if you like to draw, go into, they have like painting, plumbers, the painters union, they have like the electrical. If you like to like build stuff, you can build like, the air conditioners and things like that. There's so many different things. You can take the sheet metal workers, you can take a flat piece of something and create. You can create so many different things. There's people, if you can read and you like to draw and design stuff, blueprint reading, I also have that certification.
Nice.
Blueprint reading, it'll take you places because you know how to read the plans, so you know what goes here. Those, they starting off like $60-$70 an hour. And that's starting because you know how to draw or you know how to read. It's so many different things. So if you're in the drawing, you're in the reading, you like math. They have you can write the blueprints. You can make plans. There's so many different things.
Yeah.
So many different avenues.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
And it's satisfying.
It is.
It's just, you build a house and you help build one of the big tall buildings downtown, or you're a part of the process of building the freeway over there off of 50, or the new expansion they're doing over there by Cal Expo. When you ride by there when it's done, it's satisfying.
I did that.
Exactly.
I was a part of that. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, you know, those people out there that are looking for some sort of gratification, because I think we all are, or some sort of satisfaction when it comes to our work. Because a lot of the times we do work, but we never even get a chance to see the results or be proud of what we're doing.
Right.
Construction is one of the only fields that I know that you can literally continually see what you've had a hand in for years and years and years and years to come. And we're talking pretty much forever. For the most part, these things that you guys put together out there, they stand the test of time.
They do.
You know, there's things that have been around for 40, 50 years, you know, that maybe if somebody is still alive that had a hand in that, can still be around saying, hey, look, we helped put that together.
Right.
So it's beautiful.
That is important. That is important. Young people, get into this. If you don't know, I'm telling you now, this is a career that will change your lives.
Absolutely.
Change your lives and change the lives of people around you. And what I also wanted to say is, it doesn't matter where you come from, but it matters where you want to go.
Yes.
Where you want to go. We're not worried about your past, worried about what you want to do about your future.
Ooh.
That's important.
That's a quote. Look
That's
at that.
important.
Boom, boom. Look, put that in quotations.
PWT.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, I was almost going to cut the camera off, but I knew there was some more stuff coming. So I was like, you know what? I love it. I love it. So thank you so much, Christine. From the bottom of our heart, from myself and for PWT.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping by and blessing us with
you.
your energy, your smile, your knowledge, your enthusiasm, your courage. You know what I mean? Thank you. And to all the women out there that are looking to get yourself in the construction industry, just look at Christine. you know, and take a look at her story and see see exactly where she's been and where she is now, and then more importantly, where she's going, because she's not done yet, right?
Not done at all. Far from done. Let's go.
You're a journey person now, so it's all about the journey, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Keep
Yes,
it
ma'am.
moving.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
All right. Thank you guys again. We'll see y'all next time.
If change is
If change is going to happen for us,
It has to happen by us.
we are
people working together,
And this
and this
this
And this
is our Women in Construction
highlight series.